Starting. See if anyone joins.
All right, let's go ahead. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, it says live on your end?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. Pull it up.
How you been though, Chris? Everything good?
All right. So hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I had to mute the YouTube portion of it that I had up on the other side. We'll see if a couple people join, and then we can get started.
No problem at all.
Do you have the other window pulled up?
Yes, I do on the right.
Okay, good.
No comments yet.
So, I mean, we can get started. So welcome to the Liquidator live hangout. I have Angel and Victor here from Victor and Angel Unlimited Wholesale.
Yes.
I was glad to meet them at ASD. We are all part of the PS 101 group. And as you saw last week, I'd like to have them as regular hangouts. And I'd love to hear a little bit about what they do.
Great. So, hi everybody. My name's Victor. This is my wife Angel. We live out here in California, Southern California. We started this business, I would say, about a little over a year, or maybe close to a year. Not really sure, but we both came onto this venture together, and we started. We love it. We love working on it, working in this business. We have fun doing it, and we see there's a lot of potential in making money. This is a big market. It might be an untouched. It's not an untouched market, but there's not that many people that like to do this. Maybe it's a lot of work for them, or but we enjoy it, right?
Yes, we do. We meet a lot of great people. Just hanging out and having fun and doing some sales. We meet great people, and we find other networks that we can grow more broader and get our business name out. So we're really excited, even to do a yard sale. Simply excited about a simple yard sale. Traffic in our area for yard sales are extremely high, and we do wonderful at our yard sales.
Yeah, we also
our
get
personal yard sales.
We also get a lot of return customers, which we love. So that shows you that it's not that we're worried about what we make in the beginning. It's what we could make in the future with them, maybe some of their friends and stuff. So we always got to be careful on what we buy and how we buy it and who we buy it from. So that's why in this business is also important to also make friendships through the that you buy your product from, because there has to be that trust comfortability with each other.
Exactly. Are you on? Is your other window muted? On your?
Sorry?
Is your other window muted on the YouTube? You might have to mute the other one because I'm getting feedback. So you brought back the relationship piece. I mean, that's key, because you hear about people in liquidation and they feel that, hey, all I'm going to buy is the junk. They took the good stuff and they sold it. So with the relationship piece, if you know your sellers that you're going to buy your liquidated items from, I mean, once you find a good one, you're going to stick with them.
No, right. But we're in the market. We have more than one niche. We have we're into homeware, electronics, kitchen electronics, apparel, bikes, and toys, depending on the season. So we made. I mean, there's some liquidators that sell multiple items, and we have a list on the board, on the other board that we have on the other side, of the source that we have on the list on who we go for or who we go to.
So
are you still getting some feedback, or?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So how do you go about finding your product? So it sounds like you have a couple wide niches that you do. How do you go and say, hey, I'm going to look up bikes today, or I'm going to look up clothing? How do you go about sourcing your product and what to look for?
Well, this is the beginning. Like I said, we haven't been doing this for a long time. It's been close to a year, just a little bit over a year. what we did is that in the beginning, you know, we didn't know anything about the business. So we stumbled onto these liquidators, per se, here in California.
They're out of business.
They're out of business. They changed their names a lot, right? So, you know, that goes to show you what kind of people they were. And we got stuck with a couple of boxes of merchandise that they didn't want, so they sold it to us. And with that being said, we had to and were forced to learn more about this business, which I'm glad, because we're able to stumble upon PS 101. And with PS 101, we were able to find the liquidation sources that we have now. For example, we have Eva Rivera, American Global Liquidators. We have Via Trading, Loco, which is great because we don't have to pay for shipping.
Yeah, that's great. That
Right.
feeds right into your profits if you have a local pickup.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what we look at. When we purchase something, we look at, and also too, we look at our ROI. There's some pallets that do not come with the list of what's in it, right? And then there's other pallets or inventories that do have the list of the inventory. But so I'm sorry, my little girl's.
No, you're good.
So we stumbled upon that, and before we purchase our pallets, we actually look at our ROI before we press the trigger on anything.
So when
Now.
you pulled your first trigger, I mean, what made you?
Now we do that.
What's
Now,
that?
when the first time we purchased our four first pallets, we didn't know what we were getting. We didn't know what was in there. All we knew was like electronics.
Right.
As far as Bluetooth speakers, phone cases, chargers for your phone, portable chargers. We didn't know exactly what was inside those pallets, and we purchased 4. We didn't know much about it. Yes, we didn't know much about the industry at all. We did not know much at all. We knew opening up our house, having a yard sale, we can make $700 in one Saturday. So that was our key. That was what tied it for us and said, hey, there is some money in liquidation to be made. So that was 4 pallets that we purchased in the beginning that we didn't know what was inside. Now, being educated and growing with the group and having knowledge and just us trial and error lessons, sales, we've learned that we watch and we get feedback from our customers that come to our yard sales. Hey, my kid's gonna go to college. Do you guys have any stuff for college students? She's gonna go up to San Francisco or she's gonna go to Texas. So of course they need their own plates, their own curates. They just need their own little stuff. So that's how we stumbled upon homeware.
See,
so that's why we put homeware. So our feedback from our customers.
Sorry, go ahead.
So our feedback from our customers did help us go into homeware. And then at the same time, being at Via Trading last August as well, purchasing homeware, we stumbled across a gentleman that was buying all their bikes. He was buying bicycles. I mean,
Really?
He bought so many bikes. So Victor and I, at the same time of being there, we decided, hey, let's try toys to see what toys do for us. And toys and bikes did wonderful for us.
Really? Those aren't long. They don't take forever to sell. They sell pretty quick.
Yes. On our yard sale, one Saturday we sold half of our bike pallet was gone on one yard sale.
Do you have to assemble and test them?
Oh yeah, we cleaned them up. in this industry, you're gonna have to put some elbow grease into your palette. I mean, you're gonna have to check everything. You're gonna have to just so you are aware, and it's a selling tool for you to utilize for your customers as well. Saying, hey, you know, maybe the back pedal, I mean, the right pedal will need to be a little adjusted because I tested it this morning and it was slippy. So it's good, and the customers like when we say things like that to them. They feel that we are
You see,
being safety.
right. The reason why we ventured off onto other niches, it's only because if one item or one product won't sell one weekend, there's two more that will be able to sell. So you'll never lose money if you have more than one, especially at a swap meet, yard sale, or at an event like a car show or any type of other events.
Church too. We do church rummage sales. Rummage sales at church are really good for us too.
So what's your main when you get your stuff? What's your main way you sell it? Is it swap meets? Is it offer up?
Right now, we actually what was the main two? It was swap meets, pop-up events, and eBay were our main ones, and work. There's a lot of people that need stuff, right? And word by mouth. So I head over to work. I tell the people what I have. They already know what I do on the side. And every time I do get a new load in, a new delivery on what it, homeware, bicycles, whatever, electronics, I always tell them what I have, and they're up for it. And plus, the price is right. So it's always great.
How often do you buy pallets, or even strictly pallets, right?
Right, strictly pallets. We tried that thrift store, shopping, but it just takes too long, too much of a time, too much of a hassle. For me, I mean, I have a primary job. I'm there. It commands a lot of our time for me. I'm there about 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 days a week, sometimes Saturdays. That's if I'm not at the swap meet or not, wet. But yeah, strictly, we just go via trading and these other sources.
So when you go to via trading, you look at buying stuff. Do you specifically look for certain items and say, hey, I'm looking for a pallet of bikes. Do you have any bikes? And you'll buy it. How do you go about finding information?
Well, this is the thing. Before we even go over there, we talked to our rep. Our rep is Justin Prescott, and he tells us what they have. He knows what we want. Bicycles, homeware, toys. The last pallet of toys that we got was from via trading, and that pallet itself did great too. It's cheap. It was a cheap purchase, so the return on it was great.
How do you look? Are they manifested?
Those pallets are not manifested. They do have two types of pallets: manifest and non-manifest, obviously. So the ones that we purchased first were not manifested. So I had to come home and figure out what we had and fix what we were able to fix, and pretty much just scrap out everything that was not able to scrap out. Because honestly, the way I work, you'll waste more space in saving those type of product or items, trying to save them, than just throwing everything away and making room for a new product.
So with your broken items, you said you just get rid of them and you sell the good stuff?
Depending, if I know that there's no use for them whatsoever, meaning that they're torn or cracked, that you can't put it together, there's no reason for us to keep it, right? But if it's something electronically, like a headphone or earbud, one ear works and the other one don't. For example, I had one earbud, right, that wasn't working. One side of the ear wasn't working. I had a guy at work, he's deaf on one ear. There you go. But I approached him. I said, hey, look it. Don't take any offense to this, but it works and it's the right ear. And I go, you could get at a very discounted price.
Yeah.
You work for it, you know. So there's always ways on selling product.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
I have some headphones you might want to buy if you want to sell some.
oh, really?
Yeah. So along the same line, if they're real high end and they're shorted, then I'll sell them as shorted, and maybe I'll cut them off half the price. But if they're low end, no name brand, Bluetooth, I'll just throw them away. It's not worth me to fix for $10.
No.
Too much time.
Way too much time being wasted on that.
So when you get your product in, do you store it at your house? How do you store your product to resell?
In the beginning, it was our house. Then we purchased those 4 pallets. Then we got a storage. We had a storage for what, 7 months?
Mm-hmm. That gets expensive, and it begins to be a headache.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then after that, we just I moved a lot of stuff out. We actually bought some storage for the backyard, and that's what we have. The stuff that we had in our garage, we put that in the storage, portable storage that we bought, and now we have the items, the product in the garage, and that's where I have my assembly table. So what I do, I have a box with a hole cut out. So what I do, I have a table right next to it. So I bring out the parts or the items, I set them on the table, I unpackage them, I check them. If they need cleaning, I clean them. Then on my other table I have on the side of them, I repackage them. I either take a picture or I just put them in a tote. That tote in turns comes in here. That's where my wife takes pictures or cleans them, and she'll post them up wherever we have we're able to wherever we decide to put them on, depending on the size, of price, you know, the shipping costs and whatnot.
Yeah. That's, I mean, right now, for me, if you've seen my videos, I have stuff in the basement, and that's kind of where I process all my boxes. And then
I've seen that, yes.
Garage, and it's starting to pile up in the basement. Wife's not too happy, but as I process it, I'll either throw stuff away or I'll put cords. I'll have certain boxes for certain things. As I list it, I will put it in the garage, and I kind of have a shelving laid out. So for me, we talked earlier a lot of that heavy stuff. My stuff's really light, so it's easier for me to stuff it in a shelf. And now I don't know how I'd handle a pallet of bikes.
You know what? Bikes are easy. Bikes are easy to fix. I mean, when I was younger, I used to always fix bikes. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to say who didn't, right? Who has? There's a lot of people out there that haven't turned a wrench, and they're 40 years old, right? There's a lot of people out there that haven't done that. So I don't want to say that. So the thing is that bikes are easy to fix. I mean, they're big, and they're handlebars, tires, and chain, right? And we're getting them for so cheap that we're able to sell them for so cheap as well. So the customers will pick them up. People pick them up quick.
Yeah.
And they have the name tags. I mean, not name tags. They still got the instruction booklet. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They still have that paper inside the rim. So people see that, say, yeah, it's brand new. I'm getting it for a fraction of the cost.
Exactly.
And there are good high-end brands like Schwinn, and there was a couple of others, because the guys that ride bikes, they don't always come to our yard sales, but they ride around here. And this guy stopped by early, and I was just setting up, and he said, "Are you selling this?" I said, "Yeah." He's all, "How much?" And I think I said like 55. And he said, "You're kidding me, right?" I said, "No." He's like, "I just paid 100 and something for it."
What?
And mine had the tags, and I think the leather seat was had a slice in it, but that's it.
Just a small little tear that the seat had. But,
nothing.
No, nothing at all. And you know, as a matter of fact, we have some samples here of what we get, what we have, and we'd like to show.
Yeah, let's see what you get.
Box looks. This is a pair of headphones, Bluetooth headphones. Well, actually, wireless headphones. What it is, you know, if you don't want to interrupt your wife or your husband sleeping while they're asleep, connect this over to the TV and listen to whatever you're listening to, music or TV. And this is how the box looks.
Yeah, so is that on eBay right now, or is that where is that at?
That's on eBay. That's on the marketplace. That's on OfferUp. That's on Let It Go. That's on
the reason why it's on eBay because it's not so heavy, right? It's not a heavy box, so it's not going to cost us an arm and a leg to ship it. Now the part, and then also too, this is some other Bluetooth. This is also on eBay, right? We have a Bluetooth speaker. This is also on eBay. Why? Small, compact, light, easy to ship. Now the one that it's not on eBay and we have to sell locally is this Martha Stewart. I believe is a cast iron pot, right? This one's heavy. This one's about 20-something pounds.
And with the holidays coming, Chris, this will sell fast.
Oh yeah, I mean all that houseware stuff. I mean it's going.
And the box is real prestige. It's like it's in good shape. Gift, even if it's for a gift, you know.
So there's one thing I want to point out. There's a slip here at the store return, right? The slip says damage warned. If you open up the item, and that's why you can't always believe what the tag says. The tag could say, you know, broken, torn, whatnot. But you look at the item, comes in.
It's new. It was with the plastic still on it.
Check that out.
Wow.
So it was worn, they said. It was used, but it's not.
No, yeah.
So it's like, what do they mean worn?
You know, this one retails at $179. $179. And
where's that?
How much we got it for to sell? My God, the profit's gonna be there and more.
Oh, of course. I mean, I have the same thing when I buy on liquidation.com. I'll get some of it's brand new. It's the same thing, and they get so I say you have to go through everything and you have to look at everything in the box because sometimes they'll stuff the return labels in the box, and you see the reason it says didn't fit, didn't work, and a lot of times I'm sure you've seen it. People don't know how to use electronics, so I get brand new $150 headphones, Bluetooth, and I mean, plastic's still on it, and it's ready to go.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of people that do not know how to operate Bluetooth. A lot of people that don't have either knowledge, for one, or patience, right? They have to link with each other. I guess you press Bluetooth on their phone and don't know how to operate the headphone, the object, and you got to press it down for a couple seconds and let that search for the link. They just get bothered and you know what, it's not working, so they return it. So they return something new that hasn't been used, not broken, for cheap, and we get it for dirt cheap. And we sell it, you know, for dirt cheap, right?
Yeah.
So
when you list on eBay, do you list on if the box, let's say the box, that Martha Stewart, let's say you put that on eBay, would you do new other or would you do used?
New and other.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll put, if this, okay, this is how I do it. If the factory seal is on it still, as far as my baby monitors, 90% of my baby monitors have the seal on the baby screen, on the monitor screen. And when you like lift it a little bit, you can see there's no residue. There's nothing on that screen. So that one, and I look at the whole box and I'll list that as new. But mostly my stuff, I try to be, and I think being that way is better. I say new and other, open box, open for inspection only. And I be honest about the box. I say it has a dent on the top part of the box. It's gift ready. It's not a major dent. It's gift ready. A lot of ladies ask me, is it gift ready? They'll just email me, is it gift ready?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get a lot of emails. I'm saying about a dozen emails asking me that question. Is it gift ready?
You see, the thing there is that you got to be very detailed, especially if you're selling online. Either you have to be very detailed. You got to take a lot of pictures, either serial number, take pictures before and after packaging. Reason why is because they have no, if they want to return it for some X reason, you have proof that you send it out the way it was described in the description area. And if you don't have that behind you, then, you know, eBay's going to cite for them, not for you. And we learned that.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, we could have a whole separate discussion on eBay, but to your point, you have to cover your bases in terms of pictures. If there's serial numbers, take a picture. Every little thing that might be wrong with it, take a picture and you'll be covered. But again, like you said, you got to do your due diligence. You got to look at everything. You got to make sure it's there. If it's factory sealed, personally, I won't touch it. I'll say factory sealed. Here's the UPC number. It's brand new.
Yeah.
And what I'll say, if I don't test it, I'll say guaranteed returns.
It's only if it's not factory sealed, though.
So you don't offer returns if it's factory sealed?
I don't offer returns at all. All my stuff says no returns. No returns. And I stick to that, but once they email me and tell me, hey, I did purchase a Victoria's Secret lot from American Jen. And she said this lady purchased over the holidays, Black Friday, a Victoria's Secret sweater for me, and she said it was fraudulent and it didn't fit right, and she kept going on and on. It's fraudulent. She's like, I need to return this, and it says no returns. I took it back right away because I sold it on eBay to her, I had it on different Poshmark, different areas, and they were already requesting that, but I just had a lot of sales from eBay on Black Friday, so I just went and sold it to her. But yeah, we'll take it back if they don't like it, and I know I have and if there is something wrong with that, we try to give like a partial refund, but we haven't had a lot of returners.
As of now.
Yeah, let me knock on wood. Yeah, it's eBay. I just email them and we go from there, but email each other back and forth. But yeah, not a lot of returns. But if I guess maybe I could say that my IT department is excellent.
Hey, that's me. That's me.
So yeah, we try to be really sharp with eBay.
You know what? It's not just about the IT department being great. You know, not trying to pat myself on the back, but you know, I am kind of. It's like I said in the beginning. You gotta be careful on who you get your stuff from, right? That's why you gotta do a lot of research before you press the trigger. You gotta ask a lot of questions. Don't expect them to ask you questions. You gotta ask them a lot of questions. Ask them about their return percentage. What is their return percentage whenever someone buys something? Where is the salvage? What is the scrap percentage? Always ask those questions. There's never dumb questions in this. Keep on asking, and also too, grow that friendship. Grow that friendship, and you'll be good. Golden, as a matter of fact, you know.
And I think that's where we can help with the conveying that liquidation is work. You're not going to get stuff, and it's going to be pristine. You got to inspect it. You got to look at it. You got to make sure everything's there, and then you got to sell it.
Yeah. You know, it's like this. You get a box, right? You get a pallet. 20% of it is scrap, right? Don't look at it like that. Look at it as 20% is scrap. But what's going to happen with the other 80%? The other 80% is sellable. You're still going to make your money back and maybe some profit. If you make your money back, that's a plus. Yeah, you look at it. Don't look at it as like it's a waste of time. Look at it as a way to learn in the beginning and also to make this friendship. Keep on making friendships in this business. 80% is a lot of money.
I mean, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, I mean, I just strictly buy liquidation.com. I'm making thousands per lot. You know, I'm making my money back, and I could probably double it, but it all depends on the auction. Hey, I might break even, or it all depends on the items I'm getting in that box.
Right, right. You froze a little bit. Oh. You still there?
Chris? Nobody joined us.
I see live, but I don't see you. Or I can't hear you.
Where's Trevor? Where's Adam? Where? Oh.
I don't like it.
Hey,
Hey, what's going on?
what happened?
I don't know.
All right,
It just started going out.
all right. So we're back.
Great, great. So yeah,
Good.
like I was saying earlier, just make friends. Make friends with Liquidation. Ask a lot of questions. 80% of the pallet still good. You know, if you have 20% scrap, you know, you still make up. You know, it's in the numbers.
Yeah.
But also too, don't, you know, if you see something that's broken or needs fixing, just do it. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's not much. I mean, if I could do it, I think anybody could.
So how do you guys track if you're making money on a certain purchase or not? Do you guys have any type of?
Actually, we're old school. We write it down on a notepad, and like you see here, we have a separate account. We have the apparel, the homeware, the electronics separate. So we work in kind of a different type of way. So we purchased the electronic pallet. Whatever comes out of that goes into one envelope. Whatever comes into the apparel side of the business goes into that envelope. So that's the way we track on how much it makes, how long it takes, what's good. And also too, if you can see behind me, we have a lot of, you know, like we have Marketplace, eBay, OfferUp, work groups, and we have the shipping cost and the shirts. You know, like we have the advertisements. We just make some shirts for the business just to advertise. And so that's the way we categorize and how we stand what goes out and what goes in, what comes in. And that's very important too. It's very important. It's also very important not to spend what you make, but to also put back into the business.
It's hard. That's not easy. That's not easy, but yeah, I would have to agree with Victor with that one, but it's not easy.
I'm not sure if I answered your question on how we
No, I mean, as long as you're, so for me, I put everything in Excel spreadsheet.
I've seen that. It's very neat.
Put in fees, shipping, and all that, just to make sure that, hey, this one's a winner, this one's a loser.
Right.
Or it's only keeping track too of, if I take a return, how am I tracking? Okay, I paid return shipping, then I gotta sell it, and I gotta list it and sell it again. So as long as I make sure that that lot's being tracked, is it profitable or not? Because as well as you know, you can buy lots all day, and you can get sucked into buying tons of product, but is it making you any money?
No, right. As you can see, we've had so many other different apps, sale apps, and the ones that weren't making us money, the ones that we were wasting time on, we threw them out. There's around here, there's a lot of Facebook groups that don't respond to us, so we threw them out of the list. We don't advertise there anymore, even though, I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the thing is that, if it's not bringing you anything in, I think you should put time somewhere else where it's actually bringing you your profit back, right? We have a lot of sales apps like, Let Go, Close 5, stuff like that. Those things were not working for me, for us. So we had to throw them out and put more attention to the ones that are bringing us money.
Only if we can have yard sales every weekend. And only a couple of hours, like for 4 hours, I would love it. Because, I mean, we would do wonderful every weekend. But
as a matter of fact, we have people coming back. We have our return customers coming back. We have people knocking at our door and asking us if we're still open. Kind of look at each other and say, what do you mean? It's not a convenience store. But, I go, yeah, of course. You guys can go in the garage and see what you guys, like or want or interested in. Go ahead and talk. And the most important thing about, being in front of a customer is just being personable, being happy, make them feel comfortable. So in turn, they'll, they would always look for you. If you're at the same swap meet every weekend, they'll look for you.
Mm-hmm.
But the swap meets out here work differently. You can't be at one swap meet all the time, especially if you're not a vet to that swap meet.
I would definitely like to learn more about your swap meets and how you get a spot, how you get your product there, how you make a name for yourself, because it sounds like its own little community.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Do you want to get to know that now, or?
I mean, we could probably do another whole hour on that.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So
yeah.
We had a question come in that said, for someone getting started, would you recommend buy boxes or buy pallets?
Boxes. Start low, real low. The thing is that you don't want to be overwhelmed. Don't be overwhelmed on product that you get. Reason why is because you're new to the business, and you don't want to get turned away when you get a lot of, scrap, and it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time in your hand, off of your hand, and start low.
I mean, we started off, we bought a lot of pallets.
No, we started off with
one pallet.
No.
And then we bought the 4.
2 items. Then we got 4 items.
Oh, that's way at the beginning.
Well, that's what
that's how the industry looked nice to us. We bought a little bit of items, and we even bought for ourselves. Yeah. And then we bought, and then it flipped fast, like within hours, and then the day, and then we went back for more and more.
So we started with 2 items, 4 items, and then we got a few other items, And then with that, we made enough money to buy a first pallet. First pallet came in, you know, it was I was thrilled. I was like a kid. I'm still like a kid, you know, right? When we make our first purchase and we bring it home, or when it's being delivered, I'm always calling her, is it there? Is it there? Is it there yet? No, it's not here yet. So once it gets here, I can't wait to get home. If I'm home, I can't wait to see what's in it and how the product looks and what percentage are we going to get, you know, it's bad or good. But, you know, we started low. Then we bought our first pallet. And then from the first pallet, we bought 4 of them, 4 pallets. And then I sold 3 out of 4 pallets, and I kept 1. And that one that I kept, everything looked good on top, but at the bottom, it was broken,
soiled,
broken glass, old tablet covers, old iPad covers. It was soiled as well. Things were wet, and I just kind of looked at her. She looked at me. I go, hey, we have to do it. We all want to continue with this. And sure enough, I did my research. I was online. I was on the phone looking for stuff, and I found via trading. Then I found PS101, and then here we are now. PS101. If you guys haven't joined, if anybody wants to join. There's a lot of gold information flowing through that website, that Facebook group, and there's a lot of people in there that are willing to help. You know, they help me, and if I could help out in any way, I'll help out. But it's a great group, and it's don't be scared to call Rob Sear. You know, he's friendly, he's awesome. He that guy's brain is very knowledgeable in this business.
Yep.
I'd also recommend, I second what you said, and I also recommend they have a Liquidator guide. I have a video on it on my channel. Go check it out. There's contacts in there. Basically everything Angel and Victor and I talked about tonight's in that book. You can learn how to get it, where to get it from, and don't mess up and make the mistakes that we did.
No, do not make the mistakes. It's easy. It's being the business is actually being handed to you. It's handed to you in a nice little ribbon, so you won't make a mistake that we did. And it's easy to get frustrated in this business, but it's easy to have fun too. You got to make that choice. Where are you gonna go?
Yep. Yeah, it's work. You got to put it in. If we can help you understand where to buy it from and what to do with it and how to sell it, that's kind of what we want to help you with. So
that's right.
What else? Let's see any other questions. So someone said PS101 has helped me find products.
Right.
Nice. Yes.
Us too.
So I think from what I've seen from your videos on Facebook, I kind of want to get into via trading. So I talked to them at ASD, and I'd love to be able to find something that I can sell.
Into what? I'm sorry?
To sell.
To sell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something to sell. So
Chris, you personally want to pick up a pallet from via trading?
Yeah, I'd love to buy something from them.
That's good. I mean, if just across the board, they have so much over there. You get lost in their warehouse.
And you know what else? I mean, I don't want to point out one sales rep. I believe that everybody there is
great.
It's out there to help and great. As soon as you walk in the doors, people are asking, "Hey, how can we help you? How are you being helped?" So I just believe anybody that would be able to help you, but also too, make an appointment before you get there. Make an appointment, call them, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna appoint you to someone. And if not, Justin Prescott or Adrian or Mike. Mike is great too.
Hey, Chris, if you're ever in town and you go over there, Victor will go with you.
Yeah, so I travel. I go to Valencia.
That's a crazy area. Go
So I
ahead.
don't know how far Valencia is from them.
Valencia from, I would say it's about an hour and a half.
So maybe I might have to make that trip.
Yeah. If you're ever down here, we'll talk about it offline.
Yeah,
But, yeah. Whenever you're here.
So make sure you follow Victor and Angel's YouTube channel. What's your YouTube?
Yes.
It is. I had it here. Wholesale Limited, right?
Wholesale Unlimited, yes. Wholesale Unlimited.
Give them a follow. You guys do great Facebook videos. You got to throw them up on YouTube.
Yes, we are. We're going to link that up. Actually, we just started this YouTube, and it's great. It's fun. We started a new first one.
And then
Chris?
for local people, you have your Facebook group, right? VNA Unlimited Wholesale?
Correct, yes. VAUnlimitedwholesales.com for our Facebook group.
I will put them at the description below. Feel free to visit them, look at their channel, look at their Facebook group. If you're local, you might get some sales.
Yes, that's right. Or, we'll be able to ship.
Yeah, there you go. So anything else that you want to impart some knowledge before we continue again next week?
Pretty much all I just want to say, just have fun doing this. Have fun. Don't treat this as a job. Once you treat this as a job, you're going to want to quit. Have fun doing it. It's always a good time. You never know where you're going to get. You never know where you're going to get. And make friends. Make friends.
Network.
Exactly. That's the whole business, right? You find the right network, you get the right product.
That's right. That's right.
So, all right, guys.
Chris.
Thank you.
You have a good evening.
You too. I appreciate you guys coming out. We'll do it again next week if you're available.
Yep.
Again, appreciate it, and look forward to talking to you again.
Okay, Chris. Have a great one.
You too.